All right, what's up, guys? So I'm filming another one of these videos where I walk around in a empty football field as a crazy person. But yeah, today's video I wanted to go over what skill I'm currently learning and how I'm planning to become a master at it. So I prepared this list here that I'll be looking at. But I thought this would be useful just because it's relevant for me right now, and I think even if you guys aren't learning the same skill, like you can apply it for whatever skill you want. So yeah, let's get right into it. So basically right now I'm trying to improve my sales skills. So this is like selling someone over a phone call and getting them to buy software. So I'm doing this for one of the software products I work on, which is LocalRank. I'm not selling it to you guys because you guys aren't my target audience, but in that particular niche or audience, a lot of them actually need demo calls and sales calls to buy the product. So yeah, I'm trying to improve my sales skills within the next 100 days, and I have a plan on how I'm planning to become a master at it. So basically, if I had to boil it down to like 10 sentences or 10 lines, it would just be doing a lot of practice, having coaches, and making sure that I get the right feedback. So that's the short answer. But if you want the long answer, I'll like go a little bit more into what I'm doing and kind of how I'm planning to do it. So yeah. Anyways, so the first thing is just practice. So like obviously with a lot of skills you have to practice, but I think the key thing that most people don't do is this term called progressively overloading. So it's a term in fitness. So basically, if any of you guys lift, you'll know that when you go to the gym and you lift every day, even if you lift the same weights, it actually won't make you stronger. So like that's the first thing. And the way that you get around it and like how you actually get stronger is by adding a small amount of weight every time you lift. So this might be adding like 1 pound or 2.5 pounds every lift session, and what you'll notice is that like over months your lifts will double, triple. So that's like the entire concept of how you practice, which is like adding and making sure that every rep that you do gets harder and harder. So the way that I'm applying this to sales is by making sure that every time I do a sales call, it has to be better than the sales call that I did last time. So this means that I have to do the right feedback, and part of this is using AI to help give feedback, which I'll discuss all the prompts I use, but making sure that every sales call I'm actually improving the quality of each sales call, and being able to see progress over time. So yeah, like the way I started was that I would just research like who are the best salespeople and what are their methods of either asking questions or closing or building rapport at the in the calls. And I think that's the first part, which is like finding out like what does being really good at a subject even mean. So I did that, and then basically right now I'm trying to focus on doing at least one sales call per day. Sometimes I don't actually have the opportunity just because we don't get enough leads to do one sales call per day, but that's the goal where I want to do at least one per day. So if you're trying to do any skill, like just make sure that you have daily practice. That's like one of the things that I noticed is that when I have at least like 100 days of practice, and it's like very easy to do like a 100-day challenge where every day you'll practice something, and just having that schedule will help a lot with making sure that you don't quit just because you want to complete the challenge, right? So that's like one small tip as well, just to have like a 100-day of challenge where you improve at a certain skill. And yeah, like I try to get at least one sales call per day, and then after each sales call, so like this is the key, which is I will throw the entire transcript of the meeting into ChatGPT and then ask ChatGPT how I can improve the sales call. So this is like very important just because there's like this 4 rectangle thing grid, which is like unknown, known, unknown, known. Like I'm explaining about it, it's like known, known, unknown, known, known, unknown, and unknown, unknown. And in most cases, like when you're trying to improve at something, it's unknown, unknown. Like you're not sure like why you're bad, and like if you do know why you're bad, then you're not sure how you improve at it. So having AI just review all your content is 10x better than not using it. So that's the first trick, which is just throw everything into ChatGPT, give it all the context, and then have a running document of how you will improve for the next session. So that's the first thing. And then the most important tip, which I've been doing, is I've like done this for any skill that I've tried to get better at, but like for sales specifically, like I'm trying to find a sales coach. So for a lot of my other skills, like design, or even for like, I've like gotten coaches for games that I want to get better at. So I hired a coach for this game called Catan, and I was able to get to like top 20 in Vietnam from a coach. So I think that's actually the life hack, which is just using coaches. But I'm trying to find a sales coach, and I'm going to have them review all my calls and give precise details of how I want to improve for the next sales call. So one of the biggest arguments actually is that I talk to my friends about this, and they're like, oh, why can't you just use AI, which is what I'm doing. But I think if you have AI plus coach, so like a live human coach plus AI, that's the most powerful, right? Like you have someone that has the context, and they're able to pattern match of how to improve, and then you also have AI, which is just readily available that you can ask at any time. So I think it's not a question of which one's better, but it's just use all the resources that you have, which is both AI plus human. So that is like the biggest bottleneck that I'll be solving, which is finding a coach. And then the last one is finding a paid community. So this is like a group of people that are also trying to get better at sales. So I know like a lot of people on Twitter are like super anti courses, coaching groups, but I think it's undervalued, and it's if you use them, like it would 10x your learning speed, which is like what I found anyways, where you want to find groups of people that also are trying to improve at the thing that you want to improve at. And this is like very easy because you can just search up like paid sales coach groups or paid sales coach discords, and there are probably a ton of groups like it that you can join and improve your skills. And like the best part is like a lot of these, like they're not that expensive. Like it might be expensive if you're starting out, but like if you're making money, I think it's definitely worth it, because you can invest like $100 to $500 per month and improve your skills. And honestly, like I was telling like a lot of my friends that if you're not willing to invest that much into a skill, then you're probably not very serious in wanting to improve at it. It's like if people invest their money into something that they don't have to, then more than likely than not, they're very serious about it. So yeah, like you just want to get into a group where people are serious about improving their opportunity and their life, and like a paid group is a great filter. So yeah, sales is the next big skill set that I'm trying to master, just because I think this is the if I get this right, I think I can 5 to 10x all the products that I'm working on in terms of revenue. So it's very high leverage. And like the last thing I'll end on is that I'm not trying to become the best salesperson, but it's more like I want to have enough knowledge about skills to be able to hire someone to actually do it. So like the goal is to know enough where I can hire really good salespeople. And yeah, like I think that's the biggest mistake that I think a lot of people that are in SaaS do, which is like they try to hire engineers, but they're not, they haven't coded before, and then they get ripped off, or they hire really bad talent. So I think even though there's AI and all this stuff, with AI doing all the coding for you, it's still valuable to know the skill, just because you want to be able to be good enough where you can hire like the 10x salespeople or the 10x coders. And I don't think you can do that if you don't know any sales or any coding. So yeah, that's a long-winded way of me saying how I'm just trying to get better so I can hire people, which is like the ultimate leverage, right? Like being able to hire these really talented designers, coders, salespeople. And part of the journey is being able to be really excellent at that craft yourself, just so that the people that you hire will also kind of respect you. Because as like an engineer, like if you report under someone that doesn't know how to code, the engineers will feel pretty, I don't know if it's just engineers, but they have an ego where it's like, oh, why am I reporting under someone that doesn't even know how to code? So yeah, it's like, I think it's a great thing for hiring purposes as well. So yeah, this video is getting a bit long, so I'll end it here. I'll record another few videos if you guys like these. Subscribe, and see you guys next time.